Okay, team. It's your boy, the Canologist. Another day, another Leetcode. Some of y'all are talking shit recently, saying I'm solving it too slow. Well, I'm trying to give you guys my thought process through this because a lot of people can just solve it, like all these savants on this YouTube platform or on any other coding platform that just solve straight away. But if you do that, it's like for the people that have never seen code in their life and want to just get started, it's like, okay, who's going to show them the thought process? Who's going to show them why I do what I do, right? Instead of just me putting an answer down and giving you guys the answer. Like, if you guys want the answer, just go to the solution. Like, fuck are you watching this for? But on the flip side, like, I'm going to keep doing things the way I do it. I'm going to try and speed up the timeline a little bit. So instead of giving myself like 30 to 40 minutes to solve if I can't do it and then go in and chat GPT, maybe I'll give myself 20 minutes. Now, that's some feedback I'll take into consideration from these comments. So I'll do that, 20 minutes. And then also, I'm going to keep doing what I do, where I explain shit on the whiteboard, I explain line by line what I'm doing, I explain the time complexity, the space complexity, right? Because there's no point in writing code you do not understand. Let me repeat this. There is no point in writing code you do not understand. Okay? You might be able to pass an interview, you might be able to fake it in front of other people, but when push comes to shove and your skills get tested and people depend on you to get the answer, right? And people depend on you, the shareholders, stakeholders, whatever the fuck. You got to make sure that you know what you're talking about when the time comes. And that's why I do what I do here, to show you exactly why I take a certain approach to get to a certain result. Okay, so without further ado, let us get to the question. Contains duplicate. Given an array of nums, return true if a value appears at least twice in the array. Return false if every element is distinct. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is there any constraints here? Nums dot length. So there's going to be at least one element. Okay. And nums I, the value can be whatever the fuck. Okay, who cares? So let's cut this short. I'm the base case guy, you know. So I'm gonna do this: if nums equals 1, if length of nums equals 1, return false. If any value appears at least twice, return false. Okay. So by default, if the length is 1, it cannot appear twice, so it's false. So we cut the loop short right there. Then I want to go, I'll create my favorite thing, create a stores dictionary of all the values. And go to create a for loop for I, for item, for num in nums, if num in stores boom. If it's not in stores, create the element stores. Actually, I could do this with pointers. You know, I wanna kind of mix it up. I always do the stores method and fucking loops and shit. Okay, let's create pointers. So given an integer array, appears at least twice. Okay. Or you could use another loop. You don't even need to create a store. So there's a bunch of ways you can do it. You could use double loops, you could use pointers. What do I want to do? Do I want to use pointers? So I could take 2 pointers and just go towards the middle. What do I want to do? Okay, let's do it the layman approach. I don't want to create a dictionary and all this bullshit. Let's just do 2 for loops. So for I in range when nums so that's going to go to length of numbers -1, which is the final element of the array. And then I'm just going to go -1 from that. So the second last element of the array, and create a second loop for j in range len nums. So then j is going to iterate all the way to the end of the array. If okay, this is going to go from 0 to numbers -1. This is going to go from 1 to the last element of the array. It's going to start 1 element ahead. If nums I equals nums j, return true. And then else it's going to return false. Boom, run the code. It's going to be O of n squared. Fuck. Why doesn't this work? 1, 2, 3, 4. Output true. Why the hell is this true? 0 to num len -1. 1 to thing. If nums I equals nums j, return true. Oh, let me say this. Try that, done. That way we don't get the same element. So basically, if there's an overlap in elements, we want to make sure that, so for example, it's starting from 1 and going to the end. And then it's going to start from I plus 1. Oh, okay. That's my mistake. So it's going to be I plus 1. There. And that way I don't need to do this. So whatever I is, it'll start from I plus 1. If I is 1, then it'll go I plus 1, which is 2, to the end. So let's start that. What the fridge? Invalid syntax for range I plus 1. I plus 1, why the fuck can I do that? Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? For range 0. Wait, why can't I use that? Okay, fuck it. I don't even want to go into the minutia. Zero line nums. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we go back. You see this? I forgot the fucking colon. Okay, so let's go here. That should do it. So it's I plus 1. So if I is 1, then it goes from 2 onwards. If I is 2, then it goes to 3 onwards. It doesn't go through that whole thing of the array. But actually, that's kind of wrong. So what I want to do is it's actually supposed to go through the whole array. And it's supposed to traverse to see if there's anything that matches element I. So I keeps changing as it goes. Actually, but it's already being checked. So we just move forward. And we move forward again. Yeah. So it's supposed to check every element actually. So let's just put that here. I don't even need to go to the end. I'm just going to go to the end. I minus 1 because I doesn't go to the end. J does. Because you're supposed to check I against the other items. And then if I equals J, you can't compare it to itself, that same element, so continue, just skip that, you get the same result, and boom, submit. That should be the answer. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's because it's O of n squared. Time limit exceeded. Oh my fuck. Do I have to use the fucking dictionary? So this is why people complain about the timeline. I'm trying to give you guys the simplest solution, but they use what's it called? They use arrays this long with 1,000,000 fucking elements. You see what I'm saying? So okay, let's just do the dictionary method. Fuck. How much time do I have? I'm at 13 minutes. I could still do the dictionary method and still fucking finish this shit. Okay, let's do it. So for I run zero length of nums if nums I in nums I not in stores stores nums I. Stores nums I equals 0, and then we just add plus equals 1. So if it doesn't exist, create the element, add 1 to the element. That's it. Then that's O of 1 time. We just iterate through it once rather than going through it O of n squared times. Then we have to go through the elements of the array if so for key val in stores items, you want to get the if val equals 2, return true. Done. Oh fuck. What the fuck did I just do? Okay, return true. And boom. Wrong answer. What the fucking... Why? Why? Expected true, output false. If the value is 2, expected true. Where? Am I reading this wrong? Given if a value, if any value appears at least twice, okay. Greater than or equal to 2. Let's run that. Oh, because I put equals to 2. It could be greater than or equals to 2. There we go. Boom. Solved. What's the fucking time? 17 minutes, and I still fixed it. So it goes back to the case. So when you go back to read the actual thing, it says at least twice. I put equals to. So technically, you could have duplicates, and you could have 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 7s, and it would have been val equals 5 because it appears 5 times. It would have turned false because I didn't put greater than or equal to. I put equals to, so that's a strict equals to. So that means even though there's duplicates, it would have still came out wrong, right? So we wanted to correctly output, so we had to put greater than or equals to 2. So what I did here was I took a dictionary called stores. So first, let's go to the top. If the length is 1, you can't have a duplicate, so automatically it becomes false, right? Then I took a dictionary. I go through all the elements in the nums array, add it to my dictionary. If it doesn't exist, I create the entry for it and make it 0, then add 1 to it. And every time it sees duplicates, it just adds 1, right? So then what I do is I go this key val, I split my dictionary to key val items in a for loop. And then I just want to look at the values for each pair, key value pair. If I find a single value that's greater than or equal to 2, return true. Otherwise, return false. And there you have it. I beat 5.14% of other solvers, and I solved it twice in this one lesson in under 20 minutes. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your comments below. Appreciate you guys. Knologist out.